What's up? We are here. We are out here. And just like I said, I'm Alex. With me today is a very special guest, Yoshiller'S. Say hi to the people.
Hi. Hello, humans.
Yeah, there it is.
Hello, humans. I'm Yoshiller or Bradley. You might call me both, but for the sake of this, I have my hat on. I'm Yoshiller. Gotta lay down the rules that this is not my actual original Yoshi hat. This is a backup hat that I just have.
So if he's acting weird or anything's off about his character, blame it on the hat.
The hat's a little off model. I'm sorry. It's a backup hat.
So let me give you guys a quick sort of background origin of this show real quick, which is that he lives with me now.
I'm his roommate. Yeah. I didn't really make a public deal about this, but I am his roommate.
Yeah. But as a result, a lot of like, we talk a lot more, and we both really like Pokemon, and he's been like working on this like crazy VGC team that he's got, because you got sort of like a list of Pokemon that you don't really deviate outside of, right?
Right. So what I do is I've done a bunch of walkthroughs and Let's Plays on my channel, and I wanted to take all of those Pokemon. There's 45 total.
Yeah.
And I use them in a series on my own channel called Pokemon Bata, and I let fans and other players from around the world battle them. And I figured, well, if I'm going to do a VGC team, it doesn't really make sense for me to make 6 brand new Pokemon after I've spent all this time focusing on the same 45.
Right.
So I've made a VGC team consisting of 6 Pokemon from that 45.
Yeah. Now, obviously we're in Pokemon Showdown right now. You're still working your way through Ultra Sun.
That's correct. I haven't been playing it too much because I've been playing like 50,000 other games.
Sure.
But I am slowly but surely getting the breeding going, getting the EV training going, getting the proper natures and proper moves, and it's a lot of work. Anyone who's ever done VGC knows it's a lot of work. But before I even go into battling in VGC in Ultra Sun, it's important to know which Pokemon I want to use and how frequently they can be used and how frequently they can win.
Yes, exactly. So here we are today with kind of, I wouldn't say the first pass, because I know you have been making changes a little bit as we go.
Right.
But the idea for this series is we're going to do like 3 or 4 episodes of us doing this right now on Showdown. And they're going to come out pretty quickly. It's not going to be like one a week.
Sure.
Yeah, they're going to come out fairly regularly. And then after that, once he beats the game and he's in VGC and he has his team in the game, then we'll do it again and we'll see like what's changed, what's different.
Right.
So for this first episode, we're going to go through his team first, and then we're going to do a battle, and then we're going to do like 2 or 3 more that are like straight up battles. So we're going to do that right now. Let's jump in. You're driving.
Okay, here we go. So is my team loaded already?
We're going to just jump in. Yeah, you're here.
So this is Mawile, a Mawile that I used in Pokemon Y when Mega Evolution
click on the
click on the actual.
Like any of the moves and it'll pull you into the
All right, so this is Mawile, Yawile the Mawile. My Pokemon Y naming scheme is that every Pokemon I caught has a name that starts with the letter Y.
Yeah.
So instead of Mawile, it's Yawile. In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, there is a move tutor. So Mawile now has access to Thunder Punch.
That's pretty good.
Most people advise Fire Fang. I've been going with Thunder Punch simply because it seems more versatile toward a lot of things I've been fighting.
Yeah.
And specifically with like Tapu Fini, it's a great counter attack, so that's what I've been using.
So just in case people don't know, in VGC 18, they let you use Mega Stones again. So this is Mega Mawile. Obviously, it has Mawile. It has Intimidate. It comes out. It uses Intimidate.
Correct.
And then it to lower the attack. Then you Mega Evolve. Then you have whatever it's called, Huge Power, or whatever it is.
So for those that don't know, Mega Mawile hits like a truck. So Mega Mawile, its attack stat already becomes doubled, and then its ability doubles that. So it gets like 200 base attack power, and then you use Play Rough, which is the strongest and I think only physical fairy type move.
Yeah.
And it one-shots a ton of stuff. It doesn't one-shot everything though, so that's why I also have Iron Head. Sucker Punch is there in case I'm dealing with Age of Slash or anything that might be faster than Mawile, which is most things. I haven't really invested anything into speed.
Yeah.
Mawile
literally you have not.
I have not. Yeah. I figure it doesn't matter. I'm going to be slower. Why even invest anything?
Right.
So that's where Sucker Punch comes into play. And I know that a lot of people like to use Tapu Koko, which allows it so that or Tapu Lele, or when you send it out, you can't use priority moves.
Correct.
So Sucker Punch doesn't work at that point, but Iron Head one-shots Tapu Lele anyway.
Yeah, because all the Tapus are fairy type. Yeah.
Right. So the only one that would even resist either of them, or I guess there's 2. It would be Tapu Koko and Tapu Fini. Thunder Punch counters Tapu Fini.
Tapu Koko goes down from an Iron Head.
Okay.
Super
well,
good.
I've been using Play Rough just to knock it out because I think Electric resists Steel.
I believe so.
So either way, point is, Mega Mawile is pretty much covered. Of course, its biggest downfall is that it's slow. So with a lot of Heatran users or Mega Charizard Y users, there comes the Heat Wave, and it usually knocks out Mawile. But if Mawile lands a hit, it usually takes something down with it, and I like to call her my little dragon slayer because that's really
Literally
why
what it does. Yeah.
that's really why she's on the team. Is she's a dragon counter.
Which is important now in VGC 18. Now that they've opened up the meta to have like Mega Charizard in there.
Right.
We got that crazy Ultra Beast that I can't even remember the name of right now.
Oh, you're Blacephalon or
Yeah.
the poison dragon
Yeah,
thing?
the Poison Dragon is pretty crazy. And then Ironhead doesn't work on Tapu Fini.
Correct.
So you got Thunder Punch.
That's why I got
in the
Thunder
mix.
Punch.
Yeah.
Right. And, it is slow, but like I said, if it lands a hit, it's taking something down. So,
and just in case you're wondering, it's got an impish nature.
yes.
So, let's move on to Spy Seal.
a Spyshell. Okay, so this is like, anyone who was looking at this previously would be like, really? Of all the things you want to use, Bayleef? Bayleef is like my signature Pokemon, and I openly acknowledge that if I have to replace a Pokemon on my team, it would be Bayleef. Bayleef is very, very situational. It's mainly a counter to anybody else who's using an oddball team.
Yeah.
So this moveset isn't even finalized, but it's Giga Drain, Leech Seed, Toxic, and Light Screen.
It's got a calm nature.
Yeah, usually the idea is I'd send her out last and stall out my opponent with Leech Seed and Toxic. Obvious counters are anything that's grass and poison type. So Amoonguss, Mega Venusaur, or
pretty much literally anyone.
anything else. Ferrothorn is a big problem.
Yeah.
Bayleef has helped, though. It helps against Rain Dance teams.
Yeah.
If nothing else, like I said, I send it out last, and then I'll use Light Screen, and then I previously had Substitute on it. Figured I didn't really need it if I had Leech Seed and Giga Drain, so I might switch that around. Bayleef, if I keep her, will probably be the Pokemon that undergoes the most amount of changes.
Yeah. But you know what they say? Strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon, doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, I know not many people use Meganium out there, but Bayleef with Eviolite has higher defenses than Meganium.
Yeah, so that answers that question.
Yeah.
And also, like, just the idea of limiting yourself, like, fosters creativity.
Right.
So that's kind of a fun thing about this. So please don't go in the chat and waste your time telling us how bad Bayleef is. We
I
get
already know.
We get it.
I got it.
Let's move on.
All right. So up next is Goodra, which is a Pokemon that I've seen a fair share of players use here in VGC.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah,
kind of.
Goodra is an incredible Pokemon. Not only is it just a cute, gooey dragon, but it also has an amazing special defense stat. So you give it an Assault Vest, and you give it just whatever movesets you want across the board. It is a pseudo-legendary, so it learns pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So having Dragon Pulse is a must, some sort of dragon-type attack.
Yeah.
Sludge Bomb is the newest attack I put on here. That's mainly to counter the Tapus. There are a lot of fairies running around. Figure it makes sense to have a poison or fire-type move, but I'll explain why I don't have a fire-type move on it when we get to Zoroark.
Yeah, and just in case you're wondering, it is a modest one. It just has HP and special attack.
Yeah,
These.
special attack, special defense. It's just...
And Sap Sipper is important because
Yes.
it sucks up grass-type attacks for health.
It's a counter to Leech Seed users, and it's like, if I can tell that someone's about to use Solar Beam because Sunny Day is out, I'll throw in Goodra, and it's just a safe switch.
You got Ferrothorn and you got Celesteela.
Yeah,
We're both
so
doing that a lot.
And Goodra, like, it doesn't hit super hard, but it can withstand attacks and deal at least enough damage to beat the opponent before it itself gets beaten.
Yeah.
So
I don't think is Blacephalon the dragon?
Or is that the Ghost Fire?
I think that's the
line?
one that looks like the barber pole.
You're right. What is the? There is a Poison Dragon one though. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can see it in my brain.
Right. I'm still learning them. And then there's like the Rock Steel one that looks like a
Stack
prism.
attack or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
All right, so that's Goodra. Goodra pretty self-explanatory. There's nothing really crazy about it. I might switch one or two moves around. Why Muddy Water? Because that's the only water-type move it learns. So.
As you can tell, neither of us are very far in Ultra Sun and Moon. But,
but
hopefully by the time we meet next, we'll both have slaughtered the game. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So Muddy Water is just the only water-type move it learns. I've been going back and forth between Blizzard and Ice Beam, but I figured Sludge Bomb and Dragon Pulse both hit one target versus Muddy Water and Blizzard that both hit two. So I figured I'd give it Blizzard
And
instead.
real quick, just for people who are following along and being like, how do you know this? Other than like going online and just playing battles in Pokemon Showdown, which is a free, just like open client that's like a Java-based thing.
Right.
That you can just go to PokemonShowdown.com and get. There's also Pikalytics, which is really great, and it just shows you sort of like the state of the meta at any given time.
Right.
So you can kind of see like what to expect. And now I don't know if they've been doing this the whole time, but they recently, I noticed last time I was on the site that you can check Pokemon Showdown stats, which gives you a nice percentage of people who are using it. But you can also check PGL, which just gives you rankings, but it's like pretty close, but with key differences.
I want to point out that there are a lot of Pokemon that don't get used. They have a 0% usage ratio. Bayleef has 0.01%, meaning I'm not the only person using Bayleef. Just want to throw that out
or
there.
maybe you are. And then
I'm the, well, the moveset on that list is not the moveset that I have.
Right,
we'll see. But it's funny you mentioned Pikalytics, because these last 3 Pokemon were pretty much chosen solely because of what I saw on Pikalytics.
Great.
So the next one, Zoroark, which is actually a pretty fantastic Pokemon. Everyone kind of dismisses it because its ability is kind of quirky, but that's one of the reasons why I love it. You'd be surprised how often people don't even think that Zoroark is on the field, and then things like Taunt or something don't work on it, or
the fact that Dark type can't be
Prankster.
Yeah, like that is so huge.
And the thing is, when someone sends in one of the Tapus, I can use Trick and switch my attack or switch my hold item with it as long as it's not holding a Z Crystal, and it can be stuck doing the same move over and over. So in the case of something like, if someone sends in something like Zapdos,
Right.
usually they set up Tailwind, but Zoroark is faster because I'm holding a Choice Scarf. So I throw my Choice Scarf onto Zapdos, and Zapdos is stuck Tailwinding until it switches out.
Yeah.
So that in and of itself, Zoroark with Trick is such a nasty thing to do.
It's just a great
But-
little like momentum stealer.
Yeah.
And this one has full EVs in speed and special attack, and it's modest, just in case you can't see that on the screen.
Yeah, it's just, it's the way to play Zoroark. The other option is to increase speed, but I figured it's already so fast, I may as well just go for the extra points in special attack.
So how does illusion actually work in VGC? Which person does it?
It follows whatever. So in VGC, because you only enter 4 Pokemon,
Right.
it follows whoever is in the 4th slot.
Whoever you pick last.
Yes. However, the problem with that is if I ever switch Zoroark out, which happens sometimes, and I switch it out with the Pokemon in the 4th slot, that means that the next time I send Zoroark in, it will just be Zoroark. Like,
I
it
see.
won't become the illusion anymore.
Well, the one surprise is the only real surprise you're going to get anyway.
Right. Just like outside of the ability though, Zoroark is just a fast special attacker. Its main downfall is that its moveset is not very big. I tried experimenting with different hidden powers, but it just wasn't getting the job done. So the move I actually have on it now is Grass Knot, which
Always is good.
is great for Tyranitar,
Yep.
Gastrodon.
Gastrodon gets bizzle bopped by grass.
Yeah, it's also just a handy move to have in case Dark Pulse and Flamethrower don't do much. And Flamethrower, to go back to Gudra, Zoroark has Flamethrower, and Zoroark will be sent out first before I send Gudra out.
Right.
So Flamethrower cripples a ton of Pokemon just because Zoroark hits so hard. So that's why Gudra has Sledge Bomb instead of Flamethrower, and that's why Zoroark with Flamethrower just makes sense because a lot of Pokemon can learn Flamethrower.
Right.
So when Zoroark uses Flamethrower, a lot of people are like, oh, okay, it's just whatever Pokemon it's disguised as.
Exactly.
So the next Pokemon, and this is kind of like the first Pokemon I put on the team, and I built the team around this Pokemon. You and I were talking about this before
Right.
we even
This
started
was
this.
all because of Landorus.
This was, yeah.
This is Landorus' fault.
Weavile is here solely because Landorus is the most used Pokemon in VGC right now. And
It's like somewhere at like 60% saturation. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Landorus, I mean, Landorus is a good Pokemon. There's no denying that. It has a lot of great attacks it can use. Its Intimidate ability is already nasty enough to deal with. But the thing with Weavile is the fastest Fake Out user. So if a lot of people I see will try to use a Pokemon with Fake Out, sometimes it's Smeargle, sometimes it's Kangaskhan.
Right.
Weavile's faster. So if I fake them out, they can't fake me out.
Yeah.
The other thing-
And that's a fast ice punch.
Yeah. So the other thing is, even when intimidated, Weavile with Ice Punch can one-shot Landorus as long as Landorus doesn't have like 252 EVs in defense.
Yeah.
So,
And just in case anybody's wondering, this is a Jolly Weavile. We have pressure on there, which doesn't really do much for you.
yeah, it's the only other ability is I think it's Pickpocket, so it doesn't.
Yeah,
make
also
much of a
not
difference.
great. And then Life Orb, you take a little damage, you do more damage.
Mhm.
Hopefully this guy's getting a lot of KOs.
Yeah, and the Brick Break is there. Some people set up Reflect and Light Screen. Brick Break also just helps against.
Does
actually,
it punch through Aurora Veil?
Yes, as I've learned, it does break Aurora Veil.
Both of them.
Yes.
Tight.
So Night Slash is just a great dark type move. Brick Break helps with Tyranitar. It helps with if I just want to land a super effective hit, it helps with like Ferrothorn, let's say.
Tyranitar probably takes a pretty bad hit from that.
Tyranitar is dead. I've seen other people use Weavile. I'll fake them out first, and then I'll Brick Break them and KO them. So Weavile is the first Pokemon I made on this team, and I kind of built the other Pokemon around Weavile. So originally I had Pokemon like Lucario and Hawlucha on here. Didn't quite work out, but Weavile is the lone survivor. He's just my fast ice puncher, really.
Yeah, and he's like tight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's great. And then the last Pokemon is another defensive Pokemon. This is Milotic. Interestingly, I almost did not have a Milotic in my own videos, but I'm glad I stuck around because Milotic is fantastic.
It's got the Z move. It's got competitive, which when its stats are lowered, it raises the other stat, right?
Right. So, which is a perfect Intimidate counter. So,
Yeah.
Milotic is a special attacker. And anytime a Pokemon with Intimidate comes in, competitive activates, which makes it so that my special attack stat goes up by 2. So Milotic, in and of its own, is ready to go. Its EVs are in HP and in defense, because I figured Goodra is my special defender, Milotic is my regular defender.
And theoretically, you're getting a double boost right out the gate if
Ideally.
you're using this right. And he's bold, just in case you guys are wondering.
Yeah, some people use Icy Wind, that again boosts my special attack. If someone
and cuts the speed on the other team.
Right. So it's well, that's them using Icy Wind on me. I don't have Icy Wind on Milotic.
I'm just saying some people use Icy Wind.
Oh, right. So the idea is, I have Aqua Ring on there. When you use a Waturium Z with Aqua Ring, not only do you get the effect of Aqua Ring, which is like having leftovers as your hold item, but it boosts your defense. So this way, I have boosted defense as Milotic, and I'm pretty much holding leftovers, as long as they don't switch out.
That's pretty good.
So, and then Protect is just a safe move. I don't really have any Pokemon on my team anymore that have attacks that hurt my teammate, but Protect is just there in case I know something's going to attack it. I can stall out, heal up
Always,
with
you never have to
Ring.
justify having Protect.
Yeah. And then Scald and Blizzard. Again, I've gone back and forth between Blizzard and Ice Beam. I figured Blizzard is the smarter attack to have, just for now.
What does Z Scald do?
It just becomes the water Z move.
Oh, really?
Hydro Vortex or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And with +2 special attack and just a decent water type attack, it does like 200 base power.
200?
Something like that.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's more than enough that a Milotic can KO an opponent with relative ease.
All right. Well, we're like pretty far into this episode, but let's do one battle. Let's see if we can get one nice one.
Okay.
And we'll cut away if somebody is a baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, so it's just I know it's a quirky team. I openly acknowledge that it has flaws, but it has been working for me
Showdown
so far.
is notorious for some people on there. Not everybody, obviously. There are like just normal people on here. Wait.
I'm trying to. Oh, sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Yoshiller'S first pass. All right.
Okay.
There we go. Good.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Yeah. Some people like to just dip out on these matches because there's no real penalty for it. So
it happens. All right.
So
here we go.
Right out the gate, we got some weird guys here. We got Shuckle.
So this guy has a Sandstorm team.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that most of his team consists of rock, steel, and rock and steel types. I gotta think Weavile with Brick Break is not a bad option.
Shuckle, how are you gonna get around Shuckle? You want a Milotic?
Milotic's gonna have to come in. I'm just deciding, like, this is where I decide if Zoroark is going to be in the battle.
Zoroark has the edge only on Tyranitar, really.
Right, you're probably right. So,
wait. Aggron is probably the Mega, so he's probably, I don't know which one's the Mega. They might both be the Mega.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to use Trick then, if that's the case, right? Because you can't trick a Mega Stone.
But you could Grass Knot either of them to death.
I don't know if I Grass Knot Aggron to death. It would deal neutral.
Well,
Mawile is also a good option if I just want to go for Play Rough.
But he's so heavy. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna try Mawile.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Mawile can take a hit from them, but if I can, I'll definitely one-shot them back.
For sure.
And then I think Milotic Goodra is the way to go with this.
All right, so let's see what happens. So it looks like this is gonna be a pretty standard like rock type thing. You're pretty safe right now. Shield down.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, so these are both physical attackers. So I'm glad I started with Mawile.
Yeah.
The thing is, as much as I'd love to go straight for Brick Break against Tyranitar and knock it out, I don't know if it's the smartest option because I feel like this Minior is going to do something.
You should fake out the Minior because I don't know what he's going to do. I feel like the Tyranitar is most likely just going to attack you or something.
Probably. And then
or switch out.
You think Iron Head would knock this thing out one shot?
I mean, Play Rough will take it out for sure.
Okay, I mean, it's only 10 more base power.
Yeah, but you get stab on it, and if he switches to something that's going to absorb it, you're going to do more damage.
Well, it's just if Aggron gets sent in, this Iron Head would deal neutral damage versus Play Rough, which would only be resisted. I think Iron Head is just a safer option.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go for it.
It hits all rock types, so
right?
That's clean.
Or should I go for the Minior and just confirm that I can take it out?
See how big of a deal the Minior is. Well, no, because you can't take a hit from Tyranitar.
But hang on. Weavile's faster than both of them. I can Brick Break Tyranitar and knock it out right now, and then use Iron Head on this Minior.
I think that might be a good idea. Let's try it out.
And if need be, if Weavile survives, I can withdraw it, send it back in, and use Fake Out again.
For sure.
So let's try it this way. So Mega Evolution, Iron Head.
He's not going to expect this either.
Okay, so let's give this a try.
So we were right about that. That's still.
Oh, Tyranitar's alive, probably because of the
Mega. Yeah. Oh, but he danced. So
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so he's shell smashing. Okay, so now I'm glad that I decided to strike both of them.
Yeah.
Minior's out.
Very solid.
Great.
Very solid stuff. Sandstorm is raging. You should just sucker punch that Tyranitar.
That's the plan. Weavile doesn't have any priority moves. I know I could have given it Ice Shard.
Okay, but now we have Shuckle on the field, who is a bug type.
I think it's still smarter for me to withdraw Weavile and go in for Fake Out at another time.
You want to just do swap to
Physical defender, so probably Milotic.
yeah, like Milotic, and then you can just like scald it.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Sucker Punch the Tyranitar?
I think so. I mean, he's might be faster than you now, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's probably going for Rock Slide, if I had to guess. Because that's what Tyranitar
I mean, he's
did.
definitely faster than you, but I don't know who he's going to go for. Let's just see.
I'll try it, yeah. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. All right. So
Solid.
Tyranitar's out.
Solid.
Great.
Solid.
Infestation. Okay, I see.
Not a big deal.
It's a stall Shuckle, but it can't poison Mawile.
Yeah,
So,
not a big deal.
all right,
Aurorus
Aurorus.
is out. That's not a scary thing.
All right. So what I can do is it could still be worth my while to boost my defense, or I can just full on go for
Just like
Z-Power, Hydro Vortex.
Yeah.
Probably the Shuckle. I think that's my biggest threat. Because Mawile, if I Iron Head this Aurorus, it's going to die. So
Yeah.
I'd rather just put full force on Shuckle right now. And if I take out Shuckle in the process, then it's just going to strike Aurorus afterward.
I think we.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. That is a tough Shuckle.
Yeah.
But it's not faster than Mawile.
It's because of the sandstorm.
right.
Yeah, but hey,
Okay.
no big deal. It's good that you went double. Sometimes that sucks if they protect, but it's
Yeah.
good.
It's fine. Yeah, now not even worried. If it uses Protect, so be it. But it's, yeah. Okay.
No big deal.
This is my, although it's not my first time fighting an Aurora, it's my first time seeing one on Showdown. All right, well, there you go.
No big deal. And I mean, I feel like right now, like, whatever, like, this guy's team was kind of weird, so.
Right. This isn't the ideal team that someone has. I like this guy's team. I appreciate how, for the lack of a better word, quirky it is. But
Yeah.
this is not an accurate representation of what people normally do on Pokemon Showdown.
Exactly. But that's it for today. I think I'm feeling good about this. I'm
feeling
glad.
great.
I'm glad we got to end this episode with a win.
Yeah.
But yeah, stick around. For like all this week, we're gonna be putting out vids about this. At least a couple more vids. 2 or 3 more.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Alex, it's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
the show.
You can probably check out Yoshiller'S socials and his channel from this ad that's up there. Periodically. throughout the
Right now
video.
it's a shirt, but at some point,
Yeah.
maybe you
it was
saw,
it was just there just a second ago.
maybe you saw me doing this
Yeah.
or something like that. So
Yeah, you can catch it.
Okay.
And sorry about the Necrozma episode, guys. That will be delayed 1 week, but it's still coming out. We still got 5 more episodes of the main series. Don't worry about it. Have a good week, guys.
bye
Bye.
humans. Whoosh.
Whoosh.